Oh my God. What a day. What
a week.
What a day. Okay, here's me and you, who we don't even have, like, we're not even in the same vicinity, and yet we have the same shared experience today.
So let's just describe to people what happened. So I decide, because I hear that there's free COVID testing at the hospital in town by the DOH and whatever. It's a drive.
They're paying for it at the hospital.
Right. Drive through, and I want to get tested. My family's coming into town next week. There's just a lot of reasons to get tested, and why not find out? And so I'm in line, and I text Brianna. I text you, and I'm like, "Come down here. Here's the directions." So you come down.
We were already out shopping for some stuff we needed tonight. So we're like, okay, let's just drop the stuff off and we'll go right away and get tested because we're still in time. Okay. So we go over to the hospital and we're in the way back of the line. I drove by. I didn't even see you. I was looking for you. So I didn't see you.
We were like 5 from the hospital when you guys arrived. We weren't. Okay. We were in the front.
So it's this long, if you don't know it, it's kind of an uphill. The hospital's down at the bottom, and you go uphill. And we went around, and we parked almost at the top of the hill. It was a pretty long line. So we're sitting in the car, and Lisa and I are texting back and forth. I was trying to tell her what I bought today, and then all of a sudden, the car gets bumped, and I turn around, and the car behind us hits us, and we hear this noise, and I looked at David. I was like, "What the hell?" And he said, "Oh my God, he's having a seizure." I'm like, "What?" So I jump out of the car. I look at the woman who hits us, and I can see her in the car going, "He's having a seizure." And I see the car behind her. The wheels are spinning like, and it's the guy behind her who's hit her car. And his tires are spinning so hard that there's smoke coming out of the tires.
And we see the smoke, and then we see people running towards us past the hospital.
I'm like running down the road. Help us! Help us! So we're trying to get the hospital people's attention. And this guy runs by me, and I said, he's having a seizure. He's having a seizure. And so I'm still running toward, trying to call people toward us. And he went up, and I think he ended up breaking the guy's car window. Meanwhile, nurses go running by me like at top speed, and I'm thinking to myself, they are running straight into danger, and they don't care. Those are our frontline workers.
They're heroes.
They are truly heroes. Truly. So then there's some guy running up the road with the gurney to go, like running up the hill with the gurney to go get him. It was just... my heart was pounding a mile a minute. Lisa's text. Then I look down and I see Lisa's text. There's smoke up there. What's the matter?
Are you okay? What's going on? No, it was so scary because we just saw these people running, and then we didn't know what was going on. We were at the front, and then all of a sudden, that it all came clear, and then you told me what was happening in the way back. But the poor man,
the poor guy. He ended up. They brought him into the ER. And I asked the nurses, by the time we got down there, we were in line for about an hour and a half. By the time we got down there, they said he was in the ER, but they thought he was going to be okay. But I was like, oh my God. My heart was pounding. It was so intense. Oh my God.
People just waiting in line for a test. You don't even know. He could have been a COVID patient or not, or who knows. But
well, I don't know. He could have had a COVID-related episode. He may have had it, who knows, but oh my gosh. So we did get tested. My experience was a little different than yours, I guess. I felt like it was somebody tickling the back of my eyeball.
I've never had anything so far up my nose in my life. I mean, it was just like a long thing, and you're going like, is it going to go higher? It's not going to go higher, is it?
It was the weirdest thing. I just sort of started taking a deep breath and grabbed my own thigh and went, just go with it. David said it felt like he'd gotten a lot of chlorine up his nose. That's kind of what it felt like to him.
It was a weird feeling, like it went into your brain, but then it's done in a second, and then it takes 3 days to get the results, and that's it. So, you know,
it was so intense. Oh my God.
that was the least of our problems today. That like a poor man. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I do too. It was super intense.
I was really impressed with the hospital staff, their professionalism, their safety wear, their concern for safety, the things that they said to us, the way that they're really moving people right along. They seem very organized and into it and so dedicated, you know?
Yeah, it was really, I felt, and they were super nice. Everybody was super nice. So anyway, 1 to 3 days, we get to know. Yeah. So definitely need a cocktail tonight.
Therefore,
Lordy Lord, that was something. So I am making, this was what I texted Lisa. I'm making a milkshake, an adult milkshake.
And I said, an adult milkshake? What?
So the mocktail version of Kahlua would be coffee syrup. So I'm going to make a quick coffee syrup.
Yum!
So that we can make the other the mocktail version. So this is a cup of very strong coffee. And I'm going to put it in my little pan.
That's going to be delicious.
I think it's going to be delicious. And this is my vanilla sugar. I'm going to actually heat this up a little bit before I add the sugar.
Do people understand that we make a lot of simple syrup on the show?
Well, this is going to be a good simple syrup to have around. This will be good on like pound cake or ice cream if you made some. I'm just making some for this so that you can have a version that doesn't include Kahlua, because I have a very unique version of Kahlua that my friend Katie made me, and she's on the label.
Whoa! Was that like a present?
Yeah, it was.
Aww.
A long time ago, but I am now going to use it.
There you go. Your friend Katie, are you watching?
She will laugh her head off if she sees that. Okay, so I'm going to heat this. This is a cup of coffee, very strong again. And you could use decaf if you wanted. You don't have to have the caffeine. And then I'm going to add the same amount of sugar, and I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes, and then there you go. Then you have simple syrup.
Okay.
I am also going to rim my glass with chocolate. So I have this chocolate chips in here.
Like a margarita, but with chocolate instead of salt?
Correct. And I'm going to dip the glass in chocolate first, and then some chopped toasted pecans.
Oh my God, that's going to be good.
Yeah, going to be silly good, huh? Okay, so this is the funny part, and this is where the vegetables come in. They're in the ice cream.
In the ice cream?
Okay, I went to the store to buy Talenti ice cream, to a place where they always have like a ton of Talenti ice cream. They did not, because, COVID. So
I need a lot of ice cream right now, I'll tell you that.
So I was cruising through the ice cream, and this one caught my eye. It's called Peekaboo Organic Ice Cream. And I thought, well, that sounds fun. And I looked at that. I pulled it out and looked at it, and it says veggies in every bite. I'm like, veggies? What the hell does that mean? So I look up the ingredients: organic cream, organic cane sugar, organic eggs, organic zucchini. And I thought, that's a food group. Why not?
What's the vitamin content? I'm curious. Is it like have some vitamin C and A in there because of the zucchini, or?
Well, yes, it has vitamin A, 15%, calcium, vitamin K, vitamin B6, phosphorus, copper.
See, that's good for you.
I'm saying this is actually good for you. The other ice cream had cauliflower in it.
You know where I think that comes from? Okay, so in the early 2000s, Jessica Seinfeld did that cookbook. Do you remember when she did this cookbook where for kids where she hid all the vegetables and all the regular dishes? And I was like, this is crazy. Just feed your kid vegetables. You don't have to hide everything. But it was fascinating to read because it had like every major food you can think of that was like your comfort, crazy, delicious food, and then hidden vegetables that she would like macerate and hide, and it was just nuts.
That's funny. Well, no. That's not why I got it, because as you know, I have cats, no children.
So you needed it because you wanted an excuse to get good ice cream.
Because I thought this is hilarious. And it was really one of the few organic ice creams they had in there that was just plain vanilla. And I thought, well, this has got to be hilarious. I have to try this.
Did you taste it yet?
I immediately came home and tasted it in case I had to go out and get real vanilla ice cream.
And what did it taste like?
Vanilla ice cream. There is not one speck of green in here. It's delicious.
So weird.
And I had thought that I was going to have to add extra vanilla, like vanilla paste or something to beef up the vanilla flavor. It's such vanilla ice cream that I'm not adding any vanilla.
How did they do that?
I don't know. But there you have it. That's what we're getting.
It's probably made for finicky kids and adults who never learned how to eat vegetables because their parents didn't know how to prepare them.
That's probably a good reason. And I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't hide it in ice cream. I'd be like, eat the vegetables.
Of course.
But, you know, there you have it.
That's so funny. I want to check that out. That's just
it's
bizarre.
And it's organic. It's packed with vitamins and minerals. Vanilla ice cream with hidden zucchini.
Ice cream can be good for you.
I'm saying. All right. So this coffee syrup, I just stirring this till I know that the sugar is mixed in. And then I'm going to let that simmer for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. This one is my double boiler, which is not like Lisa's that I covet. This is a frying pan with another pan in it.
And there you go. See, you can MacGyver anything.
That's what I did. All right, so I'm going to make the milkshake in here. And this is the alcohol one. So
okay. That's the one you're going to make first. Okay, there's a couple comments. Someone said, I wish you would turn your voices down several octaves.
No, not a chance.
Sorry about that. We got a little carried away in the beginning. Okay, but you know, it was a crisis. And then the second question is, freeze the glass after dipping in chocolate?
The glass is in the refrigerator right now.
No, but freeze it with the chocolate.
Oh yeah, you could, yeah.
But you're doing it before, so the glass
I've
is
got a cold glass right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did 1.5 ounces of vodka, and this is 2 ounces of Katie's Kahlua.
Homemade Kahlua, folks. Yum.
Obviously, you can use any kind of Kahlua you want, but you know, Kahlua is really like it's a coffee liqueur, so just whatever coffee liqueur you have. So, here goes the coffee now. I'm just going to let that simmer for a little bit. And then the only thing that happens after this, you just let it cool. And that's a simple syrup. All done.
That's why it's simple.
It's simple. All right. So there's my chocolate. All right. So the alcohol's in here. I'm going to add a little bit of half and half. Just about, I guess that would be 1 ounce. Just
you know, you're making this with all my favorite things, but you're making it an alcoholic version.
And this, I'm going to add about a cup of ice cream. So since I have my cup over here, I'm going to do that. This is ice cream and vegetables.
That could be your dinner. You realize that?
It is our dinner.
That justifies dinner.
Okay, so that's that, and I think I'm going to add an ice cube to it or two. Well, David's
going to be icy. I do that with my
Yeah, a
smoothies,
couple of ice.
even if I have frozen fruit, I like it to be icy.
Yeah, that will also thicken it up a little bit. Okay, so that's pretty much the ingredients. So if you were going to mock it, just add coffee syrup.
Okay.
There you go. And I'm putting this. I don't have your kind of blender, a different one, but let's see.
Here we go.
And there you go. Now I will be back with my glass. Uno momento.
Whoa, that was a quick pan.
I'm going to dip it into the chocolate, and then I'm going to dip it into the nuts.
Oh my God, that's so good.
And now I will pour it into the glass.
Wow. Okay.
Now you can add whipped cream if you want to
Wow.
that, but I'm not. And now it's time for my husband to taste it, since I don't like cold drinks.
All right, David, let's see.
Check it out. Look at, there's a lot of nuts on the end there. Oh my God. Mmm. That is perfect. That is so. I can taste the zucchini. Looks like there's some steak in there, and it's dinner. It's dinner.
It's kind of like Willy Wonka, that gum when Violet Beauregard turns into a burger.
If I added some of my
Mashed
chia
potatoes.
seeds, if I added chia seeds, you'd have protein in it, and it's a complete meal.
Mm. Oh, that's so good.
It was the secret. That was the secret. Wow.
Oh, it's very tasty. It's also very cold, so I won't be drinking it.
Wow, that looks so yummy.
So there you go, people. I will post a picture of, actually I have to post a picture of that, a picture of the coffee syrup too.
Yeah.
So you can have that. And the recipe for both things up on the intertubes on our Facebook page. Oh, everyone, we are a few people away from 100 on YouTube. I know you can
subscribe. Please subscribe. It's free.
Please subscribe. It's free. It will really help us. Oh, and here I will give you something that I read today, which is outstanding.
Okay.
If you don't read Nikole Hannah-Jones from the New York Times, you should. She is a Pulitzer Prize winner. She wrote the essay, The 1619 Project, which that's what she won the Pulitzer for. And she co-founded the Ida B. Wells Society. And Ida B. Wells was I don't know when that was, maybe the 1800s. It was like she was a journalist, an abolitionist, a feminist, and she was Black. And she and Nikole Hannah-Jones got the Pulitzer Prize at the same time. They posthumously gave her the Pulitzer at the same time. So it was awesome. It was very sweet. But her writing on this, What is Owed, in the New York Times, is phenomenal. So I highly suggest reading that.
I will check it out.
And I'll post that in the YouTube description. If you forget, you can just look over there.
I've been reading a lot of stuff about the 40s and after World War II and how literally these exact same issues happened after the aftermath of World War II, and our country was faced with, the successors of FDR, and how are you going to deal with all this stuff? And I think it was it Henry Wallace who gave this like barn burner speech of like, if we don't deal with inequality. And the quote, okay, let me remember the quote they said today was, if the life expectancy of anyone is lesser than, if we don't all have the same life expectancy, there is something wrong with our society. And that's been happening now for 80 years. All the things they brought up for post FDR, it's just all been watered down. No one's dealt with it then. And now, you know, almost 80 years later, if you read what was going on in those elections of that year after FDR died, it is exactly the same. That's just sad that we stayed in limbo for like 8 years.
Yeah. Yep. It's incumbent on us to help our brothers and sisters of color. We have to do it. We are the ones who have to help push this forward. So I highly suggest reading that. It's very, very good.
Everybody should be reading one thing a day at the very
that's kind of what I've made my mission to do that.
You know, read something you never would have read, and it's all out there right now in fantastic journalism, magazine articles, books, movies,
podcasts. Like, I'll put the link in, and you can actually listen to the audio version of this article if you don't have, you know, if you're commuting, you can listen to it instead of reading it.
That's a great idea. Put that on there.
Yeah. So someone asked about freezing the glass after dipping in the chocolate. You could, but I actually put a cold glass in there so the chocolate dried and it hardened right on the edge of the glass immediately.
And when you freeze glasses for milkshakes and cold drinks, it's great because it keeps them cold. Like I like, if I drink beer, I want the glass to be cold, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that coffee syrup is smelling extremely good.
Yum, I want one of those. Well, I owe you some jam.
Yeah, and so I owe you some simple syrup.
Yay! It's a trade. It's a deal.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us on Friday night. This is, I think, episode 93. We're getting close. We're getting close to 100.
We're getting close to 100, and hopefully this weekend I will finish what I want to do for our 100th episode.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, and we will, of course, see you tomorrow. We are interviewing a new guest possible tomorrow, so we'll have some announcements after tomorrow.
Yay! And everyone, please be safe. Please wear a mask. It's the least we can do. Just do it.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Somebody posted a link to something about it. I can't read it. It's a podcast.
Podcast.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Take care, everybody.
See you, everybody. Anja.